My name is Nikola Alenkin, and I've been on faculty at Cal State Los Angeles for 20 years. And I'm a social worker by training and education. Been raised in many different countries. English is actually my fourth language. I was born in Germany, in Munich. My mother is Armenian, my father is Assyrian. They were both from Iran, and we immigrated back to Iran. And then because of the revolution, we moved to France. And then we finally immigrated to the United States. So that cultural history and background really has helped to shape and define who I am and the way that I approach a lot of my teaching. I do keep very busy. I do have a beautiful family, I have a beautiful wife who's also a social worker and a great son. In community college, my psychology teacher said, you would make a really good social worker. The first college that I saw that had a program or university was Cal State LA, where I received my bachelor's, and then I received my master's at Columbia University in social work. I work for the Department of Veterans Affairs, working in a homeless veterans program where we do residential treatment for mental health and substance issues. It can be a very difficult profession, but it's also a very noble profession, and it really is a foundation for our society. So my doctorate is in social policy and social research. My dissertation is actually in secondary traumatic stress and coping with social workers at the Department of Veterans Affairs. For 8 years, I researched the impacts of stress on social workers and how they would cope with this stress. As a result, the organization implemented a lot of changes. We now have mindfulness practices that are taught. We now also have a lot of peer supports. So now I do a lot of work with informing organizations around how to better mitigate stress with their employees. So one of the courses I teach is the Homeless in Society. And it's really important that students not only see, but understand what the social problem of homelessness is. Part of what I do in the course and what I've done in my career at the VA, working in the homeless program, really look at some of the myths around how people become homeless. 50-60% of us, particularly living in Los Angeles, are just a paycheck or two away from being homeless. It's very important for people to understand homeless individuals are our neighbors, are our family members. My work with veterans is to treat the person that comes to me as they are, to really dignify them, to give them human worth. These social problems, they are solvable problems, they are solvable issues. So the students really get involved. We did a project called Box City on campus a few years ago. We invited faculty, staff, and community members to come and sleep on campus overnight, to be outside. And many people don't realize how isolating it is to be a homeless person. We also work on solutions. We partnered with some architecture students from USC to try to think about how design can better help influence encouraging people to get off the streets and to put them in a safe place. Another project that my students and I did in the class is we worked on mapping of where encampments were and how close they were to other encampments, but then also how close they were to social service providers. I developed a course on social work practice and genocide that was taught along with another social work instructor. I've developed a course, military and veteran populations in social work. So I think the most surprising thing for me was how much I was learning from my students. Our students have so much experience, so much internal resilience. I hope to be at Cal State LA for another 200 years. It's given me so much. And to walk the same campus that I walked as a student, it holds a very special place in my heart. I hope to be there for a long time.